Welcome, my name is Margaret and I'm conducting an interview with Peter Carlino today. Peter, welcome. How are you?
Thank you, Margaret. I'm very well, thank you.
That's good. Look, just quickly running through your background, I see here you've been in the finance accounting industry for many, many years now. You are an entrepreneur, you're the managing director of SKFG Financial Group. You're also a leadership coach and the vice president of Balcatta Soccer Club, and you're also father. Now, my first question is, how do you manage all that?
That's a good question. It's a fantastic question. When you find that you have a passion for what you do, I think you find the time.
Fantastic.
And you make the time too. Yeah.
Okay. Look, today's topic is really about teenagers transitioning into young adults. Basically, once they've grown out of their teenage sort of lifestyle and moving on to more responsibilities, getting a job, savings and all that. You as a parent, in your own words, what's your take on that? Do you see any challenges or...
Anything?
Yeah, anything.
Look, challenges are there for everybody, particularly for parents with... it's a bit of a shell shock for parents a lot of the time, particularly with teenagers as they grow up. So a lot of what we do as parents sometimes can be overkill, only because of the worries and the preconceptions that we have. But good idea to talk to your parents to find out, and that's the message out there. Talk to your parents.
Okay. Now,
that goes for us as well, by the way.
Now, as you know, most of the high school year 12 leavers have just finished their celebrations at the moment, so they're just back and just recovering, I suppose. Now, the big question is, after the party and celebrations, what's next?
What's next?
What's next?
Look, I think it's pretty straightforward for our children. It's either find a job, continue study. Please do something, and that's probably the reality of it. That we as parents would like our children to have some type of vision, some type of drive that they want to go for. So it's basically they need to do something.
Okay. Now, but as you know, reality kids nowadays, they're pretty more laid back, I suppose, compared to back in the days, I suppose. Now, considering for those who are looking for a job, trying to make ends meet, I suppose, what would be some of the challenges that they might face, considering that the job market is very competitive nowadays?
Look, I think the challenges are no different that we all had when we were first leaving school, particularly when it comes to finding a job, finding a career that we want to do. I hazard a guess if you ask a lot of people, particularly that are older, if they're doing what they wanted to do, I would say very few people would say that they are doing what they love doing. You learn to love what you do, and you become good at it. And I think with our children and I guess these young adults that are becoming young adults, it's understanding what they need to do, and getting a good education does help.
So basically, it's really a period after high school, really figuring out what they really want to do, finding out their passion, what suits them, what might not. Maybe school might not be their main passion.
True.
Maybe, sorry.
Yeah. No, it's definitely true. I think a lot of the discussions that we have as parents with our children is, what do you want to do? The reality is a lot of our children have got part-time jobs. So they've got half an idea about what it takes to earn a buck. We as parents also need to learn to back off, because a lot of the times we do hold their hands a bit too much. And the reality when it comes to managing their finances, the responsibility, we seem to take that on more so than what our children do. So the first rule that we need to get a grip on is basically teach our kids what we've learned over time about how to manage money. And what it means to manage your money.
And if you can just elaborate that as a last sort of tip for parents as well as high school leavers, you as a financial planner, being in the game for many years, and you as a parent, how would you sort of summarise all that as a package and just sort of as a
Okay.
guidance.
Okay. Look, with I'll ask the people out there. I'll ask them, when's the last time you sat down with your child and actually educated them on the virtues of finance? In other words, what it means to save money, what it means to be careful of the easy credit that's out there. Because the last thing you want is your children to fall into the trap of easy credit. Banks will throw credit cards at kids. Banks will do all types of things. You can go into a store and get easy credit to buy stuff. The last thing you want to do is have your child discover easy credit. What you want them to do is to be educated on the virtues of saving money and saving towards goals. And I hazard a guess a lot of the young, our kids, basically would have been exposed to even concepts like having money contributed into super. I'll ask you all a question. How much of your money do you put into super? A lot of us get to around the 50 mark and find out that, geez, I should have put more, I haven't put enough. The last thing you want to think about when you're 20 is saving for your retirement. Believe me, the sooner you start, the easier it gets.
Okay. Fantastic. Look, Pete, thank you so much for that insight. That would be very helpful. Considering parents out there might be a bit confused in terms of how they should handle their teenage child transitioning into young adults. Now, I know that you're open for parents or anyone else who wants to speak to you directly and ask you advice directly. You're more than happy to speak to them over the phone, email, whatever it is. You're pretty an approachable guy, I suppose.
Sometimes I am.
Look, all right.
Yeah.
I suppose you'll be talking more about this on your Twitter and on your Facebook page as well, and you will be following a series of blog to discuss this matter further.
Just be a continuation of a whole series of articles, which I think is very important for, particularly for us as parents to get a handle on, but also to guide our children. And when it comes to guidance, our kids are great at not listening to their parents. So perhaps a third party coming in, that can be the go-between.
Fantastic. Look, if you want to follow Peter Carlino, you can just contact him on 9445-2000, or you can follow his Twitter at Pete Carlino. Other than that, you can visit the website www.skfg.com.au. Other than that, stay in tune, and we'll see you then. Thank you. Thanks, Peter.
Okay. Thank you, Margaret.
Oh, Jesus Christ.